You put the raw material in the process A, we'll get the finished product. The finished product of the process A become the raw materials. Normal cost divided by normal output into abnormal loss units. The input is how much? 15,000 units. And at the rate of 1 rupee per unit, 40,185, 13,395 multiplied by 250 units. Hello my dear student, I am Dr. B.S. Subramania, called by name Dr. B.S.S., Professor in Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Year College, a Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. I am going to handle Advanced Cost and Management Account for 5th semester BCom. The session goes Process Costing. So what is actually process costing means? When you put the raw material in the process, if there are three processes, process A, process B and process C. Assume that you have got process A, process B, process C. You put the raw material in process A and we'll get the finished product. I will explain. You put the raw material in the process A, we'll get the finished product. The finished product of the process A become the raw materials. This is wrong. This become once again finished product. The finished product of B goes to C, becomes the raw materials, where we get the finished product. Here, how it goes? You put the raw material here, you'll get the finished product here. The finished product of process A become the raw material for process B. The finished product of process B become the raw material for process C, where you get the finished product. So it has gone to three processes here. There are two losses. One is called normal loss, another is called abnormal loss. Which are the two losses are? Normal loss and abnormal loss. Normal loss is regular loss which cannot be avoided. What is abnormal loss? You put the total input about 1000 units. The normal loss, so about 10% below which cannot be avoidable. 10% of 1000 is 100. What's the difference is 900. That is actual output we require. That is the standard word. If the actual output, whatever the output you are going to take is less than 900 is called abnormal loss. For example, you put 1000 units. Your normal loss is 100. The balance is 900. This is called normal output. But your actual output is only 800. How much has come down? 100, which is called abnormal loss. So, if the actual output is less than the standard, it is called abnormal loss. More than the normal cost, this is your normal output. You say normal output is 900. What's your actual output? 800. If the actual output is less than the normal output, it is called abnormal loss. If the actual output is more than the normal output, it's called abnormal gain. And we have to calculate the value of abnormal loss, value of abnormal gain. What is the formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal loss or abnormal gain units. We'll move on to problem now. So, a product passes through three processes X, Y, Z. 15,000 units of crude material were introduced in processes at ₹1 rupee per unit. So, the input is how much? 15,000 units. And at the rate of 1 rupee per unit, material will come process X account debit side, direct labor debit side, then manufacture expenses debit side, normal wastage credit side. It has been sold at ₹25 credit side. Your output is 14,000. You just think about only process X. So how many units have been introduced? 15 into 1 is 15,000. Material debit side, direct labor side, manufacturing debit side, normal wastage credit side, and it has been sold at ₹25 per unit. We'll go to problem now. Particular units value. Particular units value. This is your answer. How many units have been introduced? Leave this. How many units you have introduced? 15,000 units. This is your 15,000 units. Now, your output is 14,250. Here, 14,250. We'll go one by one. To input. How many units? 15,000 units. Per unit value is rupees 1 rupee. It comes to 15,000. This is process X. So how many units have been introduced? 15,000 units have been at the rate of rupees 1 rupee per unit. What is next expenditure? Materials. To materials. What's the value of the materials? 1,500. 1,500. What is next one? Direct labor. Direct labor. So your direct labor will come 7,500. What is next one? Manufacturing expenses, MFG, and manufacturing expenses. Your manufacturing expenses 1,575. Okay, here comes. These are all the expenditure. Then we go with the normal loss. What is the normal wastage? 3% on input. By normal loss. How much percentage? 3% on input. What's your input? 15,000. 15,000 units. 15,000 into 3 divided by 100. 450 units. 450 units. Okay. It has been sold at what rate? See that? It has been sold at rupees 25. So, 450 into 0.25 is equal to 112.5. 112.5. So, we introduce how many units? 15,000 units. We have introduced 15,000 units. The value is 15,000. Material cost here. Your material cost 1,500. Direct labor 7,500. Your manufacturing is 1,575. So out of 15,000 units, 14,750 has gone. If you roughly work out now, you take the output here, working note here, you close the figure here. It is 15,000 units. Add the figure. 15,000. 15,450 has gone now. 15,050 it is. If you roughly work out now, your input is here. Close the figure. Working note here. Total input. Your total input is 15,000 units minus normal loss 450, deduct 0, 5, 5, 14,550 is your output. How much introduced? 15,000 units. Out of that 450 is the normal loss. 14,550 would have been the output. This is called 14,050 normal output minus actual output. Your actual output come 14,250. Difference is 300, which is called abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. I will explain. Your input is, if you go now, your input is 15,000 units. Normal loss is 450. The normal output is 14,000. Actual output you have to take is 14,550. But actual output is only 14,250. How much suffer a loss? 300 units, which is called abnormal loss. Then working note number 2, total expenses. Add this. This is 15,000 plus 1,500 plus 7,500 plus 1,575. 25,575. 25,575. Check this. 5 plus, this is 5 plus 10, 15. 1 plus 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 2. Minus scrap sold. This is total expenditure is 25,575. How much scrap sold? 450 units. At what price? 112.50. At rupees 25. Deduct 0, 5. This is 2. This is 6. This is 4. This is 5. 25,462. Add the figure. 5 plus 5, 10. 3 plus 5, 6 plus 1, 7. 4 plus 1. This is called normal cost. So, what's your abnormal loss units? 300 value here. You put the value here. You put the value here. Value of abnormal loss here. Formula. Normal cost divided by normal output into abnormal loss units. What's your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output into abnormal loss units. What's your normal loss? Normal cost. What's your normal cost? 25,462.50. What's your normal output? 14,550 into 300. What's your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal units. What's your normal cost? 25,462.50 divided by your normal output is 14,550 into abnormal loss is 300. So, we'll go with this now. 25,462.50 divided by 14,550 into 300. It will come 525. So here abnormal loss. How many units? 300 units. If you want, it will come 525. Shall we check this? 525 will come. We'll check this. This is 2,025,462.50 divided by 14,550 into 300. 525. 525. 0.0. Add the figure. If you add this, no, 25,575. Check this. 5, 7, 5 plus 5, 10 plus 15, 1 plus 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 2. Here, 15,000 units. This is 15,000 units. Here, 25,575. Bring out the difference. Here, 750 gone now, 14,250. So, 25, here 25, 575 minus 112.50 minus 525. So 24,937.50. 24,937.50. Check this. 5 plus 10, 3, 5. Right. Transfer to process Y. Next process. So I will explain. You introduce how many units? 15,000 units. Your output is 14,250. Here you are in 15 at the rate of rupee 1. This is rupee 1. 15,000. Material cost 1,500. Direct labor cost 7,500. Manufacturing expenses 1,575. So 15,000, 25,575. So your total input is 15,000 minus normal loss 450. It becomes 14,550 minus actual output is 14,250. Abnormal loss is 300 units. The total expenses is 25,575. Scrap sold 112.5. Normal cost 25,462.5. What's your formula? Value of abnormal loss. This is value of abnormal loss. Value of abnormal loss. Normal cost divided by normal output into abnormal loss units. Value of abnormal loss. This is actually value of abnormal loss. Formula: normal cost divided by normal output into abnormal loss units. What's your normal cost? 25,462.5 divided by 14,550. What is this is called? Value of abnormal loss. What's your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal units. What is your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal loss units. So it will be transferred to next process called Y. We will move on to next process now. Process Y. You write now. Particulars units value. Particulars units value. Transfer entry you have to do here in the last now. What's your output? 14,250. Here, right? 14,250 units. This is your input. The output of process X becomes the input of process Y. Here comes now. What's your output? 13,650. Here you write the output 13,650 units. This is 14,250. See that? 14,000. Here is 13,650. Okay. Transfer entry. 2. Process X. 2 processing 14,250 units. Then value will come 24,937. 24,937.50. This is a transfer entry from the last process. Then go with this process. Material how much? 2,250. To material value 2,250. Then what is next one? Material over labor 12,000. labor charge, 12,000. So 24,937 transfer from X process. This is the material cost of this one, 2,250. Labor cost is 12,000. Then labor over manufacturing expenses, MFG, manufacturing expenses, here 1,425, 1,425 by normal loss, normal wastage, I think it is 6% on the input. What's the percentage? See that? How many percentage? 6%. Sold at rupees 50. Okay, 50 paisa here. No. How many input is there? Your input is 14,250. 14,250 into 6 divided by 100. 855. 855 units. Half of that, 14,250. I will repeat once again. 14,250 into 6 divided by 100. 855 into 0.50. 427.5. 427.5. Here. What's your input? 14,050. How much normal loss? 855. Here you can write working note. Particular units. You close this. Come back. Working note. Particular. You close this. You'll go with the working note. Particular units. Particular units. Input. How many units? 14,250. This minus scrap normal loss. What's your normal loss? 855. Deduct. This is 5. This is 9. This is 3. This is 3. 13,395. 5 plus 5, 10. 1 plus 10, 15. 3, 12. So this is normal output. Normal output minus actual 13,650. So your input is 14,250 minus scrap is 855. Normal output is 13,395 we require. But what's your actual output? 13,650. So 13,650 minus 13,395. So 255. Abnormal gain. Abnormal gain. How many units you have gone? 250 rupees is the gain. Then working note number 2. Total expenses. Total expenses. If we add all these, 24,937.50 plus 2,250 plus 12,000 plus 1,425, 40,612.50. The total expense is 40,612.50 minus scrap realized minus scrap value. How much realize? 427.50. 427.50. Deduct 0, 0. This is 5. This is 8. This is 1, 0. 40,185. 0. This is 5. This is 8. This is 1. So if we deduct now, it will come 40,185. Normal cost. Then value of abnormal gain. Abnormal gain. Value of abnormal gain. Normal cost. Normal output into abnormal gain units. What's your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal gain units. What's your normal cost? Here, what's your total? 40,185. 40,185. What's your normal output? 13,395. Into, what's your abnormal gain? 250 units. What's the value? 40,185, 13,395 multiplied by 250 units. This is 250 units. Simplify this. 40,000, 40,185 divided by 13 normal cost divided by normal output 13,395 into 250. 750 rupees. It will work out 750 rupees. By abnormal gain, 2 abnormal gain, 2 abnormal gain. How many units? 250 units. Value comes here 750. Check up the answer once again. What's your normal cost? Total normal cost is 40,185 divided by normal output. Normal cost, your normal output is 13,395 into 250. 750 will come. So if you add the figure now, so debit side becomes more. So 14,250 plus 250 means it is 14,500. It is 14,500 units. 14,250 plus 250 is abnormal gain. So 14,500 units. Value already added 40,612 plus 750. If you add now 24,937.50 plus 2,250 plus 12,000 plus 1,425 plus 750, it will come 40,662, 40,662.50. Here your output is 855, 14,500. Here 40,662.50. Your input is 14,250. Your scrap is 855. So it will come 5, this is 9, this is 3, 13,395. Your actual output is 13,650. So 13,650 minus 13,395, 13,000, it is 13,650 minus 13,395. 255 units. Abnormal gain is 255 units. 255 units. It comes here. 255 units. 255 units abnormal gain. Then the value will be normal cost is your normal cost is total expenses. Normal cost here, total expense. Normal cost 40,185 divided by 13,395. I will explain into 255, 765. So 255. So 14,250. This is 5. 5 plus 5, 10. 1 plus 3, 2, 5, 4. It is 14,500. Then 14,505. 14,505. 14,505 minus 855. 13,650. This answer should come. 13,650 is the output. What's your total cost for 13,650 units? Now, here by 13,650 deduct 40,662.50 minus 427.50. It will come 40,235. 40,235. 40,235 transferred to process Z. Transferred to process Z. So 2 years. Have you understood this now? Your total input is 14,250. Scrap is 855. If you didn't know, 13,395 is the normal cost. That's a normal output. Your actual output is 13,650. How many units more? 255 units more, which is called abnormal gain. Your total expense is 40,612.50 minus scrap realized 427.50. Your normal cost is 40,185. 40,185. So value of abnormal gain, normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal gain units. What's your normal cost? 40,185. Your normal output is 13,395. Your abnormal gain is 255. The value comes here. This is value comes here. So abnormal gain 750. How many units? 255 units. 750 is your answer. This output should always tally, no? Your output will come 13th. This output should come. Same output has come. The value is 40,235. We'll move on to next one. Third process. Here. We'll move on to next one. Process Z. Z process. We'll write now. Particulars, units, value, particulars, units, value. Okay. Particular units value, particular units value. So we can go ahead now. What's your output of last process now? 13,650. Here you write 13,650. This is your input. So what's the output of that one? That process? Your output is 12,012. Output is, here you write output 12,012 units. So what's your input? 13,650. Your output is 12,000. In all the exam, you have to write input, output. Input, output, you have to write. So particular units value. So transfer entry to process Y. To process Y. Find out the units and value. 13,650. And your value is 40,235. 40,235. That goes to last one. Now we'll go with your expenditure now. Material cost 750 to material. This is the value 750 rupees. Then what is next one? See that material gone. Direct labor 9,750. Labor 9,750. Labor 9,750. What's next one? Labor gone. Labor 9,750. Manufacturing expenses. Manufacturing expenses. MFG. Manufacturing expenses. Manufacturing expenses 3015. 3015. By normal loss 10% on input. Your normal loss is, see that, what's here? See the board? What's your normal loss? What's the percentage? 10%. Sold at rupees 1, 10% on the input, 10% on 13,650, 10 by 100 into 1,350. This is 13,650, 13,650 into 10 divided by 100. 1,365. 1,365 units. It has been sold at rupees 10. See that? It's sold at rupee 1 rupee only. At rupee 1. At rupee 1. 1,365 only. 1,365 only. We'll close this. We'll close this. We'll close this. We'll go with the working note now. Working note. Particulars. Units. Input 13,650 units. Your input is 13,650 minus normal loss 1,365. Deduct, this is 5, this is 4, 8, 2, 2, 1. Check this. 5 plus 5, 10. 1 plus 8, 9 plus 6, 15. 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 6, 2, 1. This is normal output minus actual output. How much you require? 12,285 require. What's your actual output? What's your actual output? 12,012 is there. 12,012. Less. You require how much? 12,285. But you are taken out is how much? 12,012. Deduct 12,285 minus 12,012. 12,285 minus 12,012. 273. This is abnormal loss. So 3 plus 2, 5, 7 plus 1, 2, 2 is there. So 12,285, this is 12,012. This is 3, this is 7, this is 5 minus 2, 8 minus 2, 2, 2. Abnormal loss. How many units loss? 273 units loss. Now we'll go with the expenses. Okay. Total, this is working out number 2. This is 1. Total expenses of process Z. Add all the figure. Yeah. 40,235. 40,235. 40,235 plus 750 plus 9,750 plus 3015. 53,750. 53,750. 53,750. 53,750 minus scrap sold. I think it is 1,365. 1,365. Deduct. This is 5. This is 8. This is 3. This is 2. This is 5. This is 5 plus 5, 10. 1 plus 8, 9 plus 6, 15. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 3, 7. 2 plus 1, 3, 5. This is normal cost. Then, working out number 3. Value of abnormal loss. Value of abnormal loss. Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal loss units. What's your formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal loss units. What's your normal cost? 52,385. What's your normal output? 12,285 into, what's the abnormal loss units? Here, actual out, your input. What's your abnormal loss? 273. Find out the value. What's your normal cost? 52,385 divided by 12,285 into 273. 1164. 1164. You check up once again by abnormal loss. How many units? 273 units. What's the value? 1164. 1164. Here 13,650. 13,650. 53,750. Bring out the difference now. So this will go 5 plus 3, 8 plus 2, 10. 1 plus 6, 7, 14. 1, 15. 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6, 0. 1 plus 2, 3, 1. So this answer should come. This is finished goods. Finish. Bring out the reference. So 53,750. 53,750. 53,750 minus 1365 minus 1164. 51,221. This is a finished goods value. 5 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 10, 1 plus 6, 7, 13, 15, 1 plus 3, 4, 5, plus 2, 7, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3, 5. So 51,000. What's the value? This is a finished goods value. You introduce how many units? 15,000 units. What's your arriving figure? 12,012. So all the process same. You have to calculate normal loss or abnormal gain or normal gain. By chance, cost per unit. Process X, Y, Z. We'll go one by one. So process Z, 51,221 divided by your output is 12,012. This goes in favor of, here process Y, 13,000, 40,235 divided by 13,650. Then go to process here. This is 24,937 X 24,937.50 divided by 14,250 per unit. Per unit you are going to calculate. So we'll go with one. 24,937.50 divided by 14,250. I will repeat. 24,937.50 divided by 14,250, 1.75. Next one, 40,235 divided by 13,650, 2.94 per unit. 2.94. Last one, 51,221 divided by 12,012, 4.26. How it is now? In examination, if they ask cost per unit, how to say? Total cost divided by output. First one, this goes in favor of X, this goes in favor of Y, this goes in favor of Z. See that 1.75 become 4.26 per unit. This is per unit. Per unit. 1.75, 2.94, 4.26. So all the problems is one and the same. So, but slowly you have to go, that's all. We have started the process account. The second problem, all the expenses will put on the debit side. All the closing balance will come on the credit side. There are two losses are there, normal loss and abnormal loss. Normal loss is the regular loss. Abnormal loss when the actual output is less than, you have got some standard output. If the actual output is less than the standard output, it's called abnormal loss. If the actual output is more than the standard output, it is called abnormal gain. How to calculate formula? Normal cost divided by normal output multiplied by abnormal loss or abnormal gain units. Same formula. It may be loss or gain. If it is gain, it will come on the debit side. If it is a loss, it will come on the credit side. So all the formula is one and the same. So we discuss all the two problems in the process account. Same type of problem will come exam for 15 marks. All the problems are one and the same. First process, you put the raw material in process 1. The finished product of process 1 will go to process 2. The finished product 2 will become the process 3, where we get the finished product. I think you have followed. So we'll have one more problem in the next class of the 3 process. Regarding the process account is concerned, one and the same. And we can follow abnormal loss and abnormal gain. It's called ledger also. We see that how to prepare abnormal loss and abnormal gain. Till then, goodbye. Meet in the next class with another good problem.